All right, today we're going to talk about something that totally flips the script on traditional bank loans. So if you've got a killer business idea but keep hitting those same old roadblocks, this explainer on life cassette microloans is definitely for you. Okay, so you've got it, right? That light bulb moment, that game-changing idea. You walk into a bank all excited, and then, bam, the conversation just dies the second they mention collateral or credit history. It's a frustrating story, and it's one that happens to way too many aspiring entrepreneurs.
But what if I told you that you're not alone in that struggle? And, more importantly, what if I told you there's another way? A way that values something totally different, something you might already have a ton of.
Well, that other way comes from an organization called Life Asset. And trust me, their approach to lending is like nothing you've seen before.
I mean, look at this. Life Asset's whole mission is right there in their tagline, bringing ideas to life. They were literally created to fund entrepreneurs who've been told no by pretty much every traditional bank out there.
So what are they exactly? Life Asset is a nonprofit CDFI. That stands for Community Development Financial Institution. That basically means their main goal is helping the community, not just turning a profit. They operate in the DMV area, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and they focus on entrepreneurs who are often just overlooked. And this is huge. Their partnership with the SBA lets them offer loans that don't require collateral.
And look, this isn't just some small startup nonprofit. We're talking about an organization backed by heavy hitters, the U.S. Department of the Treasury, the D.C. government, and major banks like Citibank and Wells Fargo. That kind of support, it tells you this model is legit, it's trusted, and it works.
Okay, let's dive into what I think is the most incredible part of their whole model. It's this idea called social collateral, where your community, well, it basically becomes your credit.
So what does that actually mean? It means instead of putting up your car or your house as collateral, your guarantee is a support group, a group of other entrepreneurs that you put together yourself. The trust you have in each other, that's the asset. And you know, this idea isn't just some cool new thing they came up with. It's revolutionary, and it's got a serious track record. It's actually based on the microfinance model from the Grameen Bank, created by Muhammad Yunus, who, by the way, won a Nobel Peace Prize for this exact work. Yeah, it's that big of a deal. So how does this actually play out? It's pretty straightforward, really. Step 1, you find at least 2 other entrepreneurs you know and trust. Step 2, everybody in the group applies. Step 3, if you're all approved, each of you gets your own loan. And step 4, the most important part, you all work together to encourage and motivate each other to succeed.
Okay, now this is the crucial part. This is the rule that makes the whole thing tick. If one person in the group defaults, if they fall behind on their payments, then no one else in that group can get another loan. Not until that member is back in good standing. So think about it. Everyone has a real stake in each other's success. It's peer support with real accountability. All right, so you get the big idea, the social collateral concept. Now let's talk nuts and bolts. What about the loans themselves, the rates, and all the other amazing support Life Asset gives you? Because it really is about so much more than just the money.
You've basically got 2 main paths you can take. On one hand, you have the small business loans. These are for starting or growing your business, and they range from $2,500 all the way up to $25,000. These are the ones that require the group. Then, on the other hand, you have these smaller credit-building loans. No group needed for these, and they're designed just to help you build up that credit history. For anyone starting out with a small business loan, your journey begins right here, $2,500. It's a really smart starting point, you know? It's enough to get you going, buy some inventory, get that piece of equipment you need, but it's not so much that you're buried in debt from day one.
And what about the interest rate? This is pretty amazing. It's just 6%, and it's on a declining basis. That means you're only paying interest on what you still owe. I mean, think about that compared to something like a payday loan or a high-interest credit card. It's not even in the same ballpark. For a no-collateral loan, that rate is incredibly fair.
Let's make this super concrete. Say you get that first $2,500 loan and pay it back over a year. Your monthly payment is going to be around $204. But here's the kicker. The total interest you'd pay over that entire year is just $90. That's it. It makes it so clear and manageable.
And like I said, this is so much more than just a check. Life Asset gives you what they call wraparound services. We're talking free financial literacy training, one-on-one business coaching, workshops. You even get access to a whole network of other local entrepreneurs. They're not just funding your idea, they're investing in you as a business owner.
Okay, this all sounds pretty incredible, right? So let's get to the big question you're probably asking. How do I get started, and am I even eligible?
All right,
You're going to want to listen closely to this part, because this is where Life Asset just shatters the old rules. What do you need to apply? A valid ID, 3 recent bank statements, and a picture of your credit score. Simple enough. But now for the amazing part, what you don't need. There is no business plan required, and get this, no minimum credit score. This just throws the doors wide open for so many people.
And just one last reminder, because it's super important. For those small business loans, remember, the magic is in the group. Every single person in your group has to apply and get approved for the whole thing to work.
So let's just leave it with this thought. A traditional bank asks, what do you own? Life Asset asks, who do you trust? Their whole model is built on this powerful idea that our communities, our relationships, that they have real, tangible value. So what if your greatest asset isn't something you can hold in your hand, but it's the people standing right beside you?